I'm back, you guys. If you've seen me previously on earlier for the love energy. So this is kind of just like I guess a talk. I had got a request on my Instagram. I got a DM from one of my subbies. And she pretty much was talking about, her growing comfortable with her spirituality because her family doesn't agree with the path that she's on or that she's choosing for herself and her spiritual practices. So she wanted to talk about that a little bit. So I hope she's watching. I'm not going to call her out by name because I don't know if she, wants that or not. Um, um, so this is pretty much just a talk. It's not about, I'm not doing any readings unless I feel guided to. But for right now, this is just a talk, because I was guided to do this video for someone and anyone else who may resonate. Usually that's how it works. Of course, we're all connected to some extent, so we're going to resonate with each other. I'm going to read a little bit into what she said. So, so I'm going to just read. She says she has a question. She said, if I'd be willing to make a video discussing how to handle my tarot, divination, and spirituality journey in a Christian-dominated environment. She says she's asking because after she discovered my YouTube, I really inspired her to start learning to read tarot. She said she's finally invested in some decks and crystals and sage, and living with her mother, where she grew up in a Christian home. She says the more my family asks questions, the more that my mother and my sister seem to demonize me. They all say types of rude things to outcast me, and even when I try to explain, they don't get my point of view. I feel that this will become even more of a problem over time. I really hope that you're able to shed some light on this. Okay. Yeah, I can. So, growing up as a Christian myself as well, I can resonate with her on that. I can feel her on where she's at. So I grew up as a Christian child. I even have a couple of family members that still go to church. Most of us kind of just fell out of that church environment due to judgment of churchgoers and it being a fashion show, a whole bunch of gossip and all that other stuff. So it's like, okay, this is not the church for us. Eventually we ventured out in other church. Same thing. So just didn't really resonate with that environment and Christianity itself. Do I believe in a higher power, a God, a universe? Yes, I believe in the Most High God. I believe that, yes, there is negative energies, evil energies out there. I believe that as well. I believe that those coexist. I believe the Bible is more of a map, a compass, is more of a message more than it is a story or a historic thing. So to answer her question or to really touch on that, I told her in the DM already, but I'll just share this. So pretty much what I shared with her is it's not about anybody else. It's not anyone else's journey. Like, we come here as individuals, we come here by ourselves to learn the lessons we're supposed to learn. Everybody else is pretty much, an extended aspect of us. They're here, whether they support us or they don't. It's not really up to them to say how you lead your life. Of course, if it's your family, usually they want the best for you, so they're going to give you advice if they feel like it's helpful. They want to respect you, and if they're coming from a Christian background, in their mind, they don't want you to be, they don't want you to go to hell. That's the biggest thing. So that's something you have to deal with, the judgment of that. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing that you're going to have to learn through this is my spiritual journey. Not everybody's going to agree what I do. For me, when I first started reading tarot, I kept it a secret from some people. Only a select people in my life, a select few of people agreed with it and was open to it and wanted me to read for them. So 2 family members of mine did not agree with it. My dad, even now, he's not that he demonizes it, he just doesn't understand it, so he doesn't really tamper with it. He'll still support what I do. My grandmother, on the other hand, is old school. Of course, she doesn't get it. She talks about it. But one of my family members grown to understand it, that it was a gift. It wasn't, because people have a perception of tarot and cards and readings and things like that. They think it's evil, even though a lot of our ancestors used these tools, or they used the elements to read. And it's kind of, prophets, if you want to call them that, prophecies, or intuitives and shamans and things like that. So once you learn your history, it has nothing to do with that. Also, whoever holds the deck, that person's intentions and energies, that's where the readings are going to come from. If you're messing with someone who has an evil energy and evil intent, that's the type of reading you're going to get. If you're dealing with someone who has pure intentions, only has clear intentions, pure intentions for you, yourself, and who they're communicating with, then that reflects the reading. But if it's someone who's evil, of course you're going to have that, or someone that's going to spook you. You can tell by a person's vibe. And I never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. Because now on YouTube, you have all these people who are very intuitive and very gifted. That's the thing about it. Like, even the most insane, sick people, if you want to call it that, the people with those evil intentions are the most gifted people too, and they can fuck with you. And that's why I don't watch YouTube readers anymore. I watch some of them every now and then. I haven't watched a YouTube reading in like 2 months, I would say. Like, really watched any readers. Like, I'll follow some of them that I watched when I first got into readings. Before I actually started reading for myself, I would watch readings on YouTube like 2 or 3 years ago. I still follow some of them, just as support. Others are readers, like, I just don't feel called to watch other people's readings anymore. And on top of that, like, I see a lot of bullshit on YouTube. I'm gonna just be honest. As an intuitive, I see through a lot of bullshit. I've met a couple of, or I've interacted with a couple of readers on YouTube who, well, I'm not gonna say a couple. I would say there is others that I have connected with who are cool. I don't have no beef with them. Some of them, they're not totally sane and they're gifted. Yeah, kind of need to be careful of who you get readings from. When I feel like I'm not in a good space to read, I will not read. I haven't really, I would do it on YouTube, but as far as like my client readings, I stretch them out because I have a personal life. I have a whole bunch of readings to do, so that's why I stretch them out at 7 to 10 business days. On top of that, I'm not always in the space to read. I'm not always in a good mood to channel. I don't want my energy to reflect in your reading if I'm having a shitty day, if I'm sad about something, or my mind is cluttered, I'm tired, I'm sick. Even if I'm like physically sick, I need to rest, I can't give you a reading because my energy's not right. So out of respect of that, I try to stress it to people, my time frame. I don't like to be rushed for that same reason. Like, it's not only that, my personal time, but also my energy has to be right. Your energy has to be right. Divine Spirit knows what they're doing. Yeah. So you can't give your energy to others when you don't have it to give to yourself. But I would say, back to the girl that hit me up on Instagram about how does she deal with her family, I would say, like, you're going to have to stand firm in what you believe in. A part of it might be a test to see if you really trust in your own intuition. Do you really believe in your gifts? Do you really believe in the path that you're on? Because there was times where I didn't really know if I wanted to read, because I felt like maybe this isn't for me, because I was still struggling with that Christian mentality that, oh, this is evil. I still struggle with that. Even though I knew better than that, I still struggled. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, this is your personal journey. Whether you read cards or you don't, or you follow your own path in religion, whether you're into crystals, because at first people used to make fun of me and say they're just rocks, and why are you saging? What's that for? Now everybody, around me is open to it, But yeah, God gave us, the Most High, God, the universe, whoever you want to call it, gave us our gifts. They're very small in comparison to what we can really do. We've condensed our energy so much. Like, when I was little, I used to be able to see angels. I used to be able to see energies well. Now that I'm older, I can sense energies, I can pick them up, but I'm not able to see that stuff anymore. Every now and then I'll see sparkles of light, I'll see shadows here and there. I'll hear things, but it's not quite the same as when I was a child. We sometimes like kind of shut that connection down as we get older. We stop believing. We lose our connection to the Most High at some point. We're taught religions, we're taught programs, what's evil and what's good, you know, what dark and what light is. And anyone that really knows, who's into metaphysics, knows that dark energy is needed whether you perceive it as evil. And I don't see evil as dark energy all the time. Dark, you need the darkness to see the light. It represents the subconscious. So it's how you see it, how you flip it, how you understand it. But yeah, just back to that. If any of you ever feel like you can't be yourself in any circumstance, whenever, it doesn't have any, it can be totally outside of your spirituality. It could just be you, period. And you have to learn that, like, this is my personal journey. My choices are my choices. My decision is my decision in life. Whatever I choose, whether it be the person whom I marry, whether it be the way I wear my hair, you know, it's me. It's my reference. Like, people might not get it. Like, people might say spiritual people don't talk like this. They don't cuss. They don't wear their hair like this. They don't dress like this. And I'm just like, what is a spiritual person? You've been taught what conservative is, what holy is, and you kind of like shoot the messenger. And you have to be careful. That's what I'm saying. Like, people on YouTube, like, they sound sweet. They look sweet. They might look attractive and talk really soft and all this other shit. But you don't really know. You don't know the person. Like, you can judge another person. Like, I've seen people demonize certain readers because their boobs are out, or a reader cussed, or a reader has tattoos. And it's like, that's bullshit. That's so stupid. Like, because our mind is programmed to what's evil and what's good. And we don't know how to read between the lines sometimes. We don't know how to discern with our heart what's real and what's true. But yeah, I struggle with that too. My identity on YouTube, I didn't want to be in front of YouTube because I didn't want people to misjudge me. Like, you know, if you're look a certain way, people judge you about your channel, maybe your background, maybe your setup. It's not zen. You know, it doesn't have all this fancy setup. But I find, like, just me personally, I connect with the YouTubers that are like the underdogs. They're not the big channels. They're not the big channels people. They don't have all the fancy setups or whatever. They just do them. I connect with them better than I do, like, these big name tarot readers. And no offense to most of them, like, one of the ones, like, she's very, very, very popular. Angelic Karma, like, she's a dope reader. Like, she's one of the ones. But I don't really resonate with these big tarot readers. I don't. I just don't. And I felt inauthentic at some point when I used to do my readings. And I was like, you know, I just have to be myself, you know. Just do me. Just be me. Who cares? My crazy hair colors, my crazy hairstyles. Every now and then, I'll wear my hair natural. Every now and then, I'll wear it however I want to wear it. That's how I express myself. That's my creative side, I guess. But, yeah, I would just say to you guys, like, as far as being called a witch, whoever said, like, people call you a witch or whatever, it is what it is. Again, witches, the definition of a witch has been demonized too. Like, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Okay, I'm a witch, whatever. And people also, if they're ignorant to certain things they don't understand, they'll judge you. You know? Thank you, Tracy. My YouTube channel has pushed me out of my comfort zone so much. Like, I still struggle with my spirituality every now and then. Sometimes I question what I'm doing, but it's only the help that I've done for others that makes me believe in myself even more. Because there's times where I'm like, you know, my intuition's off when it comes to me personally. Like, I could think something is going to happen for myself and it totally is off or doesn't happen. You know, it is what it is. But, when you're on a spiritual journey, and I wouldn't even say that we start our spiritual journey at some point. We start as soon as we come into this physical reality. We all start our journey, and we're constantly evolving, constantly learning and shedding our skin every day, whether we realize it or not. It could be subtle things that we do. And your journey is your unique journey. Nobody can tell you who you are, what type of journey, what type of path you need to walk. And a lot of times it's control. If somebody else, they might mean well because they're your family, your friends, whoever. I don't know, like we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Like, nobody's perfect. We don't know everything. Like, you might think you know something at some point, and then spirit trips you up and you're like, oh shit, I really didn't know. That's how it happens. That's how it goes. But I'm humble and I'm blessed to be able to have a gift. Even sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm not even that. I don't get what y'all see. But, but yeah. I don't understand it, but I mean, it's a gift and I have to respect it and honor it because it helps people. Even if it's not really meant to help me, it helps me in a different way. Like, I'm by no means the greatest reader for myself. Like, when I read for myself, it's like, okay. But yeah. Or I just don't want to take what Spirit's trying to tell me sometimes. That could be it too. But yeah. To that girl, I hope she's watching, or anybody else that's meant to watch this, like, don't ever question your journey, question your gifts because somebody else says something about it. And in this day and age, a lot of people are coming out of old programming, so people are just going to have to deal with it. Some people only judge you because they don't want to change, and you're inspiring them or triggering them that they need to change their life. Not necessarily like they have to be like you or walk like you, but there's something within them that's promoting, like triggering some sort of change, and you're reflecting that to them. They don't want to do that, so they're trying to control you from evolving. And that's not good because the point of us on this spiritual path or this life we're in is to evolve. We're more than just this flesh. Like, we're way more than flesh. Way more than that. We're way more than a 9 to 5, a husband and a wife, kids, money, beauty, intelligence. We're way more than that. Like, yeah. 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 Like, we're way, way, way more than that. Yeah, and then, like, every spiritual friend that I've met, they'll get into relationships, or they might be in one, but most of them that I'm with, they're not in relationships. They're single, and they've had to go through the healing process. That's the thing. We have to go through reprogramming ourselves from those types of relationships. Like, people go through the twin flame journey, and really it's a journey of getting back to yourself and realizing those things that are toxic that need to be cleansed, healing ourselves from these certain type of realities and topics and structures, and what a twin flame is or what a soulmate is. And a lot of that shit will hold you back if you don't see it for what it is. If you take it literal and you take it as, you look at it in the sense of a codependent relationship, and you don't shift out of that energy into unconditional love, like, whatever this connection is with that person, it doesn't need a title, it doesn't need anything, or I don't have to be with this person. It could be a figment of my imagination, whatever, I don't care. I'm in this for me. And for me, growing out of that, a lot of people don't resonate. But no, actually, a lot of people do resonate. But there's some people that don't agree with me on the twin flame thing. It's not the end all be all. It's bullshit, for one. It's got a toxic energy to it. It's very, very, you got to be careful. Spirit gives us everything, gives us anything we can handle. So it's not to say that the twin flame energy or journey wasn't meant for you to stumble across, but so many people get caught up in it and they don't know how to evolve out of it, how to grow out of it. They're stuck in it. They're stuck in the codependency, When is he coming back? When is she coming back? In any relationship that takes you to the darkest level of yourself, take it for the healing, but that's not, I would not say that's the person for you. The person that brings out the worst in you, or you allow to bring out the worst in you, person that drives you to hate yourself or want to kill yourself or feel like you can't live without this person, that's an energy that is toxic. Yeah. But going back to my girlfriend, so most of them are single, and a lot of it is because they are growing out of the programming, and that's a blessing. So if you're single right now and you're dealing with your spiritual journey, it's more than likely spirits clearing you and preparing you for not only yourself, um, but who's really meant for you. And a lot of these toxic energies that we've allowed ourselves to dwell in, it's not a bad thing, because if you healed and you learned from it and you looked at it from the wisdom perspective of it, good job. If you're still stuck in it and you're allowing it to drag you down spiritually, which the twin flame journey does, I would love to meet anybody that has not dealt with the toxicity aspect of it, and it's all rainbows and it's all flowers and you're all in bliss together. Um, Anyone that's claiming to have a twin flame, that is not your life partner. I don't care what anybody says. I've dealt with a lot of twin flames. I've been a twin flame, so I know what that whole journey is about. It's not a good energy. It's not a divine love energy. Not at all. I don't care what y'all say. It's not. A divine partnership will blow your mind when you find it. You'll be like, okay, I get why I had to deal with that energy. You'll see why. You'll see why. When God sends you the partner that's meant for you, you'll see why you had to deal with that energy. And that's no disrespect to the person whom you labeled as your twin flame. That person was valid to your energy. They had to trigger that lower aspect of you. They had to trigger that out of you. So respect for them, but at the same time, you'll be like, thank God I went through that. Thank God I went through that lesson, because now I know what real divine love, true unconditional love is. And it's not just between a man and a woman, woman and woman, or man and man in a relationship, romantic, but also with anyone you come across next in your life. You'll totally see love and relationships differently. And that's what the whole twin flame energy is about. It's about you and the triggers within you and learning about unconditional love. And that starts here with you. It's never about another person, honey. Never. But that's a valid part of a lot of people's journey. A lot of people, at least in this time, this day and age, a lot of people maybe back in the 70s and 80s, they had near-death experiences that helped them for spiritual awakenings. That was their thing. This generation, this time and age, is twin flames. It's love. It's romantic partnerships that help you trigger spiritually, I feel. Oh, these are Walmart, girl. These are Walmart. I love nails, though. I'm going to learn how to do my own nails one day. But these are Walmart. I was like, these are so cute. I have to have them. They look salon done. Yeah, I'm an inexpensive diva. Yeah, I make my own jewelry and things like that. Yeah, from Walmart. I think they're under $5. But, yeah, back on the topic. Whoever's watching this, I hope it helps you. I really do. I hope I'm not just rambling and just talking, because it feels like it. I don't have a list of things to talk about. It's just kind of just like whatever. Flow. Free flow. But, yeah. That's the thing. I don't want anyone to think that I'm being mean when I say certain things, because I'm not being mean. I'm being honest and real as possible. I'm a Taurus. I can't help it. Like, if I sound mean, I'm sorry. But I would want, for myself first, I want to be able to master that old energy and say, I've overcome that. I've learned from that. And this is where I am. I'm cool within myself. I'm comfortable with myself. And I'm constantly going to evolve. I'm never going to be picture perfect. I'm never going to be like, at least not right now. But I would like to be an example for others who divine spirit wants to, you know, has a divine path for you, whatever that might be, that you find that path for yourself. When I speak about twin flames, it's not because I don't know and I'm just a fly on the wall, so to speak. Like, no, I've been there, done that. Anybody that's watched my channel since its beginning knows that situation. And I lost hella subscribers back then because I was like, this is not the energy for me. Like, this is not it. And with the respect for myself, and I'm not going to do these readings anymore. But when I do twin flame readings, or when I have done them after that, when I felt guided to, it was different. It wasn't based upon so much of what the other person was doing and things like that. Even though I kind of incorporate that now, I try not to feed into codependent energy. I don't want to feed anybody out there codependent energies upon another person. There's nothing wrong with wanting to know where your love interest is with you and how they feel. You have that right to know. But when it's like you don't give a fuck about what's going on with your own energy, that kind of bothers me a little bit. Kind of bothers me a bit. But it is what it is, though. So, clearance work or cleanse spiritually? There's so many ways. If say you're a tarot reader, anybody out there who wants to start reading for people, always cleanse yourself after every reading. Whether that be, my sage has been burning to dear life. Like, energy's been crazy lately. So my sage is like ashes. Sage, my Palo Santo wood is gone damn near. Palo Santo wood, it's a light brown, but it's obviously ashed. Salt, you can put sea salt around your bed. Take sea salt baths, Himalayan salt baths. I work with Florida water. You can dab that I rub it on my hands before I read my cards. You can put it over your third eye. You can put it anywhere on your body, or you can put it in your bathtub, just to cleanse your energy. Salt lamps. I have a Himalayan candle stand. Crystals. Clear quartz, yes, clear quartz. Black tourmalines, black crystals. Your angels, your guides. Archangel Michael is the angel of protection. So he's a very powerful angel. Who else? Certain angels, certain deities. I work with Oshun, Mother Oshun. I work with her. You can buy black salt to protect your energy. That works well too. I made my own black salt before. You can just use like ashes if you have a fireplace, or, you know, from a skillet. Salt and pepper. Well, sea salt, pepper. What else? I don't really remember. There's so many ways you can protect your energy. Any interaction you meet, whether you're a reader or not, any interaction you have, when you shake hands with people, when you hug people, when you talk on the phone with people, energy flows. We're energetic beings. We're vibrational beings. So we're just exchanging energy. Even as I'm talking to you, I can have an asshole come on the chat right now and say some bullshit, and that energy will transfer to me, to you, to whomever, stir people up. I'm an empath, so I pick up energy very well. So it's always important. I recite, can't remember what it is, Isaiah 54, I believe. I recite it all the time. I keep this on my altar, by my reading table, and I pray with that. Spirit's constantly clearing out energy around me. So I get a lot of shade thrown at me all the time. I do. White candles, black candles are good for protection. Sleeping with crystals under your pillow work to have a good night's sleep. You can sleep with clear quartz, rose quartz for love and self-love. You can take a bath with some of these crystals. Not all crystals are good for baths because they dissolve in the water. So just look up what crystals work. But yeah. And rosemary, you guys can use rosemary. I kind of just brush it in the air, like to cleanse the area. You don't have to burn it or anything, and just cleanse it in the air. So I keep that with me. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I do. Sigils. I don't know if you guys ever heard of sigils. I have sigils on my desk. They're like symbols. You can make your own sigils. There's a way that you can create your own sigils and just focus on them. So I set a lot of intentions with those. So yeah, just protect yourself. Protect your energy. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And that's in any form. It doesn't have to be a physical weapon. It could be someone's intentions. It could be someone's intentions that they sent, subconsciously didn't know or realizing they were sending. Block that energy out. Yeah. Sigil is spelt Sigal, or wait, I think it's, hold on, I'm slow. It is, yeah, I think it's Sigal. If not, it's Sigil. I posted one on my Instagram the other day, because I had put some together for, I can't take them down because they're taped to my desk, but they're symbols. They hold energy. So whatever intention you want, whether it's self-love, whether it's financial prosperity, whether it's protection, intuitive protection, whether it's health and diet. Yes, you can. You can wear crystal jewelry for protection. I have jewelry on my website if you guys are interested. I hand make my jewelry too. So I have necklaces. They're more feminine, but if a man wants me to make a necklace, I can do that. But most of my necklaces are made for women. Yeah, here's my altar. I don't know if you guys can see it. And you can't really see the sigils because my lighting is horrible. You can't see it. I think it's my lighting. My lighting's too bright. Let me see if that's better. Yeah, those are sigils on my altar. But yeah. So, yeah, if you guys want to purchase one of my choker necklaces, I have choker necklaces, I have crystal necklaces, I have, if you guys are into the marijuana, I have pipes where I adorn them with crystals, so it has that energy for you as well. So just go on my website, you guys. I don't promote my jewelry enough. I probably should. But yeah, of course, there's a lot of rituals for attracting love. Just with a word of caution, when it comes to a specific person, make sure you're not interfering with that person's free will. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, if you guys are interested in my website, I have crystal jewelry on there. If my cart gives you guys any shit, just let me know, or try setting up an account on my blog on my website and it should work for you. Because my cart's been acting stupid for the past few weeks, off and on. So, but yes, I have some jewelry. Let me see if I can show you guys any. Not to promote too much, because this was supposed to be like a spiritual talk, so I don't want to get into all of like, oh, here's my jewelry. But yeah, I mean, if it will help someone, of course. So this is my friend. I made this for her. It's a clear quartz necklace. It's waluchildreadings.com. Let's see if I can find another piece I made. I made my best friend for her baby shower. I made her a crystal pipe because I know she would need it after she had her baby, of course. Like, you can smoke that when you're done. But here's my pipes that I adorn with my crystals. You guys can choose whatever crystal you want. Here's one of my other necklaces that I made. You guys can choose whatever you want. But yeah. So the full moon, or I think it's a solar eclipse, right? I think it's on Wednesday night or Thursday night. I don't remember. if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I appreciate you guys' love. I'll add some more crystals eventually on my website. I'll add some extra things because people ask about cleansing and stuff all the time. So I might, you know, I might get some sage bundles or create my own sage bundles and have those available on my website too. I'll think about that as well. But right now we're in a waxing moon. Waxing moons, if you guys already have intentions set, or you have say you already have a vision, say you have a vision board for an example, or you have some intentions you set from the last moon or new moon or full moon, you can put final touches on them or pray. Your prayers or any intentions have extra momentum under this moon. So I would work with it right now because we're in a waxing moon right now, waxing moon phase. So yeah, work with that energy right now for sure. Oh, another protective energy. I use the evil eye to protect and ward away evil spirits. You can use this as well. I have this by my desk all the time when I'm doing my readings. What else? That's pretty much it. I showed you my prayer. I use my prayer, my sage, my Palo Santo, my Florida water, my angels, my guides. I don't really have anything else that I use. That's pretty much it. And I used to have a bag of black salt and I spilt it all on my bed, so that's gone. But yeah, I used to have that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe you guys can put me on to some things too. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah. So I might get off. I hope the girl that I was inspired to have this topic watches this and it helps her and helps anybody else that watches. So it's pretty late. I'm in Phoenix and it is 11 o'clock right now. So yeah, it's 11 p.m. where I'm at. Oh yeah, cinnamon. Oh yeah, I have that too. I have that hand somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, but I have it somewhere in my room. I forgot the power of cinnamon too. Like the things in your kitchen, you guys, or like witches, if you want to call them that, like most of their shit that they use is in their kitchen. Like I'll do a whole segment on this. Like I'm just putting you on to things that I've learned as well. I'm like kind of a baby to certain things. Like I'm not like a guru. Like I only know what works for me and what certain things that people around me have used and works for them and have taught me along the way. I do have a lot of people that practice voodoo. People have a evil, demonized perception of voodoo. It is what it is. But a lot of them do. A lot of people I know do work with voodoo, but it's not in that way that you're thinking, like, oh my God, this bitch. Like, oh my God. But, oh yeah. Oh, it's 2 p.m. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because you're on the other side of the world. That makes sense. Some of you guys are just waking up. Some of you guys are just chilling about your day right now. Others of us are needing to go to bed. But I'll probably do like a segment on certain things, like how to set up intentions and petitions and things like that. Certain guides and deities, you guys might be, if you're open to that. Oh, damn, you're all the way in Alabama? What's up? It's 1 a.m. Oh, well, yeah, if you guys are in the East Coast. But, yeah, I might do it. I might do more talks. I said I was going to do more talks, and I haven't. But I'd be so caught up with other things, and I got, like, a ton of readings that I do. So it's just, like, I don't really have the time to just be on here just talking like I used to back in the day. But black, the color black is a good protective energy. Pink can be good. It can be good to attract love too, the color pink or the color red. But black is a very powerful color if you're wanting to protect your energy. But if you don't want to look gothic every day, I would suggest a crystal on you. I used to carry crystals in my bra. I'm weird, but I used to. Your pocket, You have a shirt pocket, a wallet, a purse, a necklace, a ring, a bracelet. Um, I used to wear, I used to make crystal jewelry for my hair too. So anything that you can, crystal crowns, whatever. Um, whatever you feel guided to use. If you guys are just getting into crystals, by the way, my brother taught me this. He just told me, go in the crystal store and whatever crystal you're drawn to, that's your crystal. First crystal I picked up was a raw cut rose quartz. And I didn't know at the time that I needed it, but it was definitely for my healing. I was going through like a depressive time. I just broke up with somebody at the time, so I was just like going through a lot emotionally and needed to heal. And I didn't know that that was a love stone, so it was perfect. So you'll always be divinely guided. Just trust. That's the perfect sign I can say, or perfect example of being divinely guided. You just really need to trust yourself, because you'll never be steered in the wrong direction. So yeah, for those of you, yeah, I love crystal bracelets too. I used to make those too. I used to make so much jewelry. I don't hardly anymore. But for any of you who are having a difficult time with making a decision in life, just know that you'll always be guided in the right direction. Just that example with the crystal. I just went in and like, oh, it's pretty because it's pink. And I love pink, obviously. So I was like, oh, it's pink. I want this one. And then when I looked up the properties of it, I was like, I needed it. And a couple years after I bought it, I didn't know I grew so attached to that crystal because I slept with it under my pillow. I carried it with me everywhere I went. And one day Spirit was like, you got to bury it. Just let it go. What is this? Sweet red? It's sweet red wine. It's not expensive wine, by the way. But, what was I going to say? But yeah, I was guided to bury that rose quartz just to let it go. And I cried, and I think it was because I was releasing all of the energy that was in that stone and how it helped me to heal. I was releasing all of that energy. So, yeah, sometimes your crystals leave you. Sometimes they jump. Sometimes they get lost. Sometimes they break. It is what it is. I heard that if your crystal breaks, that means you need to share it with people. I heard that before. Or bury it. Sweet red Moscato. Red Moscato. I like Moscato, but I don't. Like, it gives me headaches. Yeah. It gives me headaches a little bit. I used to love pink Moscato. Like, I like fruity drinks. I'm not the type of person. Like, I can drink Chardonnays and stuff like that. But I like sweet wines and sweet drinks. Like, I'm not a hard liquor type of person. So, I have to stick to my sweet stuff. But my favorite liqueur is Malibu because I love sweet stuff. So I can put orange juice, pineapple juice, cranberry juice, and it will still taste good. So, yeah. Yeah, if you guys don't have, because not a lot of people have crystal stores in their areas. Like, some metaphysical stores are so expensive. Like, their crystals are expensive. But, luckily for me, like, the mall, not too far in the area, there's a mineral store, and they sell their crystals for a good price. Like, I've bought a lot of crystals where they might have been like, this crystal is probably like $20 somewhere in Sedona, but I only got it for less than $3. So I've got a lot of crystals there. If you can't, go online, but find a trusted mineral store, because some online stores, they're very tricky. Like, they'll sell you some bullshit. Like, Forever 21 has crystal jewelry, but they tell you they're fake crystals. They're not real crystals at Forever 21. They're like imitation crystals. Some places, like if you go on eBay or something or Amazon, don't be fooled by that, because you gotta be careful. Just make sure it's real. And you can always tell because real crystals have like cold and hot. With plastic, you can tell it's plastic, but yeah. I'm from Phoenix, the Phoenix area, born and raised. Phoenix is a big place, so I mean, anyone who's ever been to Phoenix, Arizona knows there's so many different cities and states. I've lived almost everywhere in Phoenix. I've been to so many high schools because we moved so much. So, yeah. So I've been everywhere. But, yeah, you can tell. Just feel the crystal's energy. It either is cold or it gets really warm. That's how you know it's living, it's real, versus a piece of plastic. It doesn't have any change to energy. A rubber plant. What do you mean rubber plant? Is that a type of plant, or you mean just like fake plants? That's another thing too. If you're by the ocean, collect water and just keep it. It might sound nasty, but like you can collect ocean water or creek water, because me and my friends, we went to Sedona. We drove all the way out to Sedona, and we went to a creek because we wanted to meditate and just clear ourselves or whatever. And because I work with Oshun, I collected a mason jar full of creek water, and I leave it on my altar, but sometimes every now and then I'll put it in my bathtub when I want to cleanse myself. So sometimes, if you guys feel guided to, grab you some water from your local lake, your creek, your ocean, take it home with you, use it to cleanse yourself, cleanse your crystals with it too. You can wash your crystals in it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll find your crystals change colors, like especially when you leave them out in the sunlight, that's a given, but sometimes they'll just change. They'll change colors, they get lighter, they get darker, some of them. I like the crystals that look like they've been beat up, like they've been through a lot. They have all the little chunks and jagged edges. But yeah. I think I'm going to tap out, you guys. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys when I see you next. Any other crystals that attract love? Aventurines and malachites, they're both green. Green represents the heart chakra, so you can work on those. But they have like different crystals. See, y'all be keeping me on. Emerald, that's my birthstone, emerald. Yeah. It's a pretty dark green color. You can get like heart-shaped crystals. They have some crystals that have love, the word love on them. You know, you can carry that with you. Some of them say friendship, fortune, good luck. You can use those. But, yeah. That's all I got. So, much love to you guys. I hope you guys have a good night, good afternoon, good morning. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace.